This is such a cool and slightly weird ride. With this like going up and down and up and down. Oh my god, this is looking pretty awesome. Welcome to Iquique. So today I'm visiting Humberstone. This is Cherry, my KTM 390 adventure, and me, Aliona. And in this season we continue our travels around South America. Good morning from Moto Posada Ellis.
Hola amigos.
And we are getting ready for breakfast. These are Venezuelan arepas.
Sí señora, con huevo y salchicha.
And today we're sharing breakfast with some motorcycle friends.
Vamos.
And here is the table. Everything being served. Cherry and I ready to go. We're leaving this wonderful place, Moto Posada Arica, run by Alice. And they also have a motorcycle workshop here. So if you need any motorcycle work done, here is your place. And they're just so welcoming and so wonderful. I had an amazing time here. But yeah, it's time to go. Let's ride! And now, following an advice by Alice, I'm going to visit a little museum. Supposedly it has the oldest mummies in the world. And then we are going to Iquique. It's only 4 hours away, so I'm not too worried about wasting a little bit of time and visiting a really cool museum that's right here. The Archaeological Museum, San Miguel. This is where we're going.
The Archaeological Museum tells about the different cultures that inhabited the area throughout the time. Among them, the Chinchorro culture, with its complex funeral system. These Chinchorro mummies of both adults, children, and even fetus are between 3,000 and 7,000 years old, being the oldest finding in the world related to mortuary preservation.
Alright, it was super interesting to visit the museum, but now it's really time to get going because it's already 3 p.m. So we've got 5 hours until sunset. And we really need to get gasoline before we leave Arica, because in the next 300 kilometers there will be no gas stations. And we need 95. For once, 95 is actually called 95 and not some kind of extra premium whatever else. See, it's actually called 95. And it costs like $1.50 per liter. Yay! We've got gasoline. And here in Chile, they sell gasoline by liter and not by gallon, like in Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. And it's about 300 kilometers ride. And I think I'm just going to turn off the GPS for now, because we're just following the main highway, route number 5, for the next whatever, over 250 kilometers for sure. And yeah, it's almost 3:30 p.m. already, 4.5 hours until sunset. I think we're pretty good. The important thing is that I already have accommodation in Iquique. It's not like I have booked a hotel or anything, no. Today morning, at the Moto Posada of Alice, I met the president of a motorcycle club in Iquique. And he just basically gave me the keys to the motorcycle club. Take the keys, go there, stay there as long as you want. Just use the place as if it was your home. I'm like, what? Seriously? I mean, I just literally met the guy today morning. We had breakfast together and we had a conversation, of course. And yeah, he just gave me the keys. I mean, people, and especially like the motorcycle community, people are absolutely amazing. Like, this is unbelievable how kind the people are here. You know, for some reason I had a feeling that people in Chile would be more cold than the people of Peru and Ecuador and Colombia. But no, people are simply amazing. And by the way, I love the accent in Chile. I think it's so cool. It has like this whole melody to it. So I don't know, I love it. My 5 cents about Chile so far, and it's only my second day here. And I'm actually surprised that the road quality is not like entirely perfect. Not what I expected from Chile. Look, we're heading down this canyon. Oh my god. I didn't realize we were so high up in the mountains. That's definitely a few hundred meters. And we went all the way down to the bottom of the canyon and have now crossed onto the other side of the canyon. Super beautiful. I really did not expect to climb up to 1200 meters. Oof, my ears are popping. And actually, speaking about the altitudes and the elevations, after Antofagasta, I'll be doing Paso de Jama. That's a mountain pass at 4,800 meters. So I'll be going pretty high up into the mountains again. And I think just before heading there, I'll spend a few days in San Pedro de Atacama, a town in the middle of the Atacama Desert, which lies at like 2,500 meters elevation. So there I should be able to get acclimatized for the altitudes, and I should be able to continue. Now I'm being more conscious about it and hopefully less stupid and giving myself time to adjust, not just going from sea level to 5,000 meters in one day like I did in Lima. And yeah, looks like we're going to the bottom of the canyon again, all the way down. Oh wow, stop for a little bit just to take a look at this really cool canyon. And look at this. But it's so windy, I don't want to take the helmet off. Alright, let's head down this canyon. Something is going on here. Some kind of road construction. Or maybe a landslide. Let's see. Yeah. Well, luckily we didn't have to wait for too long. And yeah, I think they're removing the consequences of some kind of landslide here. And yeah, I think somewhere in half an hour we should maybe have a little break. I'm feeling a little bit sleepy. Well, probably because I went to bed super late last night. I just stayed up talking to the guys. It was way too exciting to go to bed, you know. And again, we came down to the bottom of the canyon, crossing it, and I think we'll be going up on the other side again. This is such an interesting road. What's the elevation now? 100 meters. Yeah, we're just going between like almost sea level and 1200 meters. Oh, and there is some kind of control. Let's see what it is about. Buenas tardes.
Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Habla español?
Sí.
Ah, perfecto. ¿Alguna fruta o verdura que haya comprado en la ciudad de Arica?
No.
¿No? Perfecto. ¿Podemos hacer alguna de al podcast?
Sí.
Está más sencilla de abrir. No creo que esto está. ¿No? ¿Sí? Perfecto. ¿Solo ropa?
Sí. Cargadores.
Cargadores. Perfecto. Ningún problema.
Alright. So I just got one of the painters checked, and I was like, alright, have a nice trip. Like, thank you very much. Nice trip is what we like. But basically they're looking for like fruits and vegetables. This is still like the border check. We're not too far away from the border, only about 150 kilometers. I don't know if it will be visible on the camera, but they have like different shades of gray. Something a bit more pinkish, something a bit more greenish. And there it's almost like red and yellow. So beautiful. We're going down that road and then up the side of the canyon. This is pretty cool. Oof, over 1,000 meters again. And my ears are popping again. This is such a cool and slightly weird ride. With this like going up and down and up and down. And being in the middle of the desert, but being in the middle of the mountains at the same time. And here's the canyon and here's the sand. Weird and very cool. at the same time. And I'm yawning. Once we get all the way up and can get off the main road and just find a little place to chill and enjoy for a little bit. I can see some kind of smaller roads, trails going up there, and I think I'm willing to try one of them just to get away from the main road. Maybe something like this. We just want to get away from the main road for a little while. No major explorations. Oh wow. So maybe this is good enough already? What do you think? After a little break, let's go back to the main road. We're pretty much halfway throughout today's route, so let's just do it. Iquique, 147 kilometers. One more of those beautiful green, I don't know, valleys? What would you call it? And one more of these. Look how interesting. There are lots of these trees on the right side, but none of them on the left. So these are all some kind of plantations of something. I'm wondering what it is. I really like riding with my own shadow, you know? I look at her and it feels like I'm riding together with a friend. I know it's stupid and ridiculous, but what can I do? It just feels so cozy, you know? It's like she's following me. Or no, she's not following me. We're just riding together. Where one goes, goes the other. I don't know, makes me smile. I keep looking at her like, hello friend, how are you doing? Wow, the wind is so strong that I have to lean cherry quite a bit. Kind of annoying, you know? And this stretch is very flat and pretty long. Definitely not the most exciting part of the road, but oh well, again, what can we do? I'm just waiting for the turn to Iquique. I think it's in about like 25-30 kilometers. And I think from there on it will be more exciting. This is it, Iquique to the right. And Humberstone is like an abandoned factory, which has now been made into a museum. And I would really like to visit it. That's the one, right there. So there is a toll booth here. 650 pesos for a motorcycle. Buenas tardes. Gracias. And now we're heading towards the sun. Into the sunset. So cool. Super, super beautiful. And mountains. It has got so dark suddenly. Like I can't even say if it's like, is it fog? Is it a cloud? Is it what? We're out of the cloud. And I can see the ocean again. Whee! Oh my god, this is looking pretty awesome. Oh wow. The city is down below. That's a decent sized city. This is looking pretty insane. Welcome to Iquique. Yay! We have arrived. So this is our home for tonight. Look at this! Motorcycle club. Whee! Today I'm visiting Humberstone together with Marcelo, the president of a motorcycle club here in Iquique, who gave me the keys to the club to spend the night. And yeah, today we're doing the visit of Humberstone together, the factory that I was talking about yesterday on my way here.
Northern Chile has some of the world's largest deposits of sodium nitrate. Known as white gold, it was used for agriculture and explosives. Humberstone was one of the many mining towns dedicated to its extraction and processing. The raw material would be mined using manual labor and transported to be treated in large steam-heated iron vats with boiling water. The solution was cooled in large crystallizing pans, causing the sodium nitrate to separate. The remaining liquid was removed, and the solid nitrate was dried, bagged, and transported by railway to the port of Iquique, from where it was exported worldwide.
The interesting part about this place is that it was not just a factory. It was an entire village. People who lived here and they had their houses. Like, see this bedroom, and there is another bedroom here, and the kitchen. See all the kitchen utensils and everything. Wow. This is pretty awesome. Oh yeah, and they even had their own coins, so they were not paid in normal money, but they were paid in special coins, and that coin was only circulating here in the village. So this village was completely self-sustainable. They were even making their own tools and everything. Now look at this key. This must be I don't know, 20 kilos, just this one. Since the company which owned this place was British, a lot of the materials like this wood comes from England. And these were the houses of common workers.
In the village, there was also a school and even a theater.
This was the mall. When the factory closed and the village was abandoned, all of this became ruins, and it got reconstructed because of a movie that they filmed in... ¿En qué año se grabó la película? 2000. En 2000. In 2000. So most of it is a kind of modern reconstruction of how the village was back in the days.